Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First of all, I would like to thank for all of you for watching my previous videos and liking them, sharing them. I'm very grateful for it. Today we will take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of April from a money, career and finance perspective. As usual, this is a general reading, so take whatever resonates and leave the rest. But let's get to it. So, dear Sagittarius, the center of your reading is the Five of Cups, which is an indication of some kind of a disappointment, sadness, loss of any kind, and you don't really seeing the opportunity that's ahead of you. But let's take a look at what are the energies influencing this situation. You do have the Two of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Tower. The Two of Pentacles is generally an indication that you are balancing something, you are very flexible, you are adapting to new situations, you are very resourceful. From a money career perspective, it can be an indication that you are juggling several projects at work. You are very resourceful at work. It might be that you have some tight finances that you need to deal with. It can be at work and you're able to find the way to get things done even with very limited resources. Then you do have the Magician. The Magician is really all about willpower, desire. It's another indication of being resourceful. It can be an indication that you're trying to manifest something, making use of your skills. So I think it's it's a card that shows that you do have everything you need to be successful. And you have the Tower. The Tower is not an easy card. It's a card of disaster, destruction, trauma, but it's usually an indication of sudden change. It's a sudden change that can create chaos in our life, but it can be some kind of a revelation as well. Sometimes when you're in a you have a tower moment, you've been stuck in a situation, and the tower is actually helping you to get out of this situation. Now at work it can be a sudden job loss, or it can be that your work is just very chaotic right now. Everybody's running around as if like chickens with when their heads are cut off. So it seems to be like a chaotic place. It can be that the company is going through some sudden financial loss. It's not an easy situation. It's definitely not an easy situation. So what I see that there's some chaotic things happening in your work. There are some tight budgets, tight finances, but you're making things work. It might be that there has been a sudden financial loss at your work. It might be that you have recently lost your job. It's possible based on the cards. But let's see how it continues. It continues with the Nine of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. The last one that stands. It's a card of persistence, resilience, perseverance. It's a card of when you're ready to give up because okay, that's it. You don't want to continue. It's been enough. But this is the card that that is able to persevere and actually get things done, because you're very close to achieve your goals. You're very close to get the project finished, even though you're feeling really drained. And you have the Five of Cups, which we talked about. It's usually an indication of sadness, loss, grief, disappointment, feeling let down. Again, it can be another indication of job loss or business loss. But it's a card that shows as well that you shouldn't focus on what you lost. You shouldn't focus on the empty cups. You should focus on whatever is left to salvage, because if you do, you're going to get to this beautiful tree that is full of fruits. So you need to think about what is in your life that you are focusing on these days. Are you focusing on uh, the things that were not successful, and you just keep dwelling over? Um, if that's the situation, and you need to kind of do this um, turnaround moment where you start to think about what is that you have left that you like. So to try to think about okay, what is that you still like at this work? What is that are grateful? And I think that this is a card to remind you to be grateful for whatever you have, and try to look things more from a positive angle. And you have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's very honest, independent, fair, objective. It can be in the card of the constructive criticism. At work, it can indicate somebody who gives you wide guidance. This person is acting with logic, and and it's a card of clarity as well. So this can mean a couple of things. It can be an indication that in this chaotic moment at work, where you're feeling down, where you're feeling ready to give up, ask for advice. Probably there's somebody who's able to help you, who can give you clarity. If you lost your job, it is again, you need to think about what is left for you, what is that you would like to do, what is that you enjoy, and probably that will give you clarity in terms of how to continue. But let's see what is the final outcome. But before that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication for me that the message resonated with you, and it helps me as well to grow the channel. So let's continue. You do have the Nine of Pentacles, which is an amazing card, the High Priestess, and the Four of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles is all about rewards, success, achievement, independence. So whatever you're working on, you're gonna be rewarded for it, and it's a card of material security. It's a card of the hard work pays off, financial abundance. It might be an indication that you are thinking about buying a property. So definitely you're gonna reach a point where you will feel rewarded for the hard work that you've been putting in. So if you haven't lost your job, what I can kind of see that you're gonna be rewarded for all these efforts, even though you're feeling drained, you're feeling sad. You're gonna be able to see things from a different perspective, get clarity, and you're gonna be rewarded. If you lost your job, what I can kind of see that after this Tower moment, you're gonna be still focused on the negatives, but if you start looking at the positive, whatever is left, it gives you clarity. You might actually go independent. You might start your own company, or start some projects. That's going to be very good for you from a financial perspective. But let's continue. You do have the High Priestess. The High Priestess, it's an indication of our unconscious, or it can be mystery, higher power, inner voice, education, or a mentor, using our instincts. But it can be an indication that we keep whatever's happening to us in a secret. We are not talking about it because we don't want anybody else to know. So it can be a couple of things. If we go on the mentor end, it seems that somebody who's gonna help you will be able to get you through this situation. It can be an indication that whatever you're going through, just use your instinct, use your inner voice to get clarity. Um, if you lost your job, I can see that you might be um, learning something new, and you're gonna continue in a new path. And then you do have the Four of Cups. Now the Four of Cups is a card of apathy, boredom, feeling discontent. Um, it can be that you are bored with your job, or you're just generally unhappy with your job, or you don't feel that you have lack of progress. But both of these cards are usually an indication that something, you're not seeing some kind of an opportunity that's offered to you. um, so there's something in your life that you should really use your instincts, and then when you use your instincts, you're going to realize the opportunity that's behind you, the opportunity that you haven't seen, that will really uh, lead you it will lead you to financial success, abundance. Maybe it's a new business opportunity. Maybe it is all about starting your own company. Maybe there's some opportunities that you've been offered, and you don't want to see them. But you're going to get clarity. There's definitely clarity coming to you. Again, it's really through your inner voice, and you're going to see this opportunity, and it's going to lead you to abundance. That's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that this message has resonated with you. Oh, and I forgot to say that I looked at the bottom of the card. The bottom of the deck is the Death card, which is an indication that you're afraid of this change. So make sure that you're not afraid of this change and embrace it. So again, that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again.